I've learned a lot in school, theory of sustainability, and so I was really excited about learning practical ways to put it into your life. And that's what's so great about this course. You get to think of a project that you think is practical and teaches about sustainability and actually just do it.
The class is it's very more engaging class than I find at UBC. Like in not just at UBC, but in class in general. Like in the lecture hall, you're kind of just sitting there being talked at by a little talking head, and here you're in a group and mostly discussion happening, mostly peers putting in useful information that furthers your idea of kind of where you want to go with this education. And I think you help others too with kind of your personal views that you bring in, your experiences.
The thing that attracted me the most to this course probably was not only like learning the science of sustainability, but specifically the practice of it. Like the course is the science and practice of sustainability. So every day we learn new sort of practical skills. Everyone in the community shares skills and just ways of making, being more sustainable in your life. We talk a lot about low-hanging fruit, so really easy, accessible ways of making your life more more sustainable.
I think in order to teach and to learn about sustainability, it's really important to engage people on all sorts of different ways and using all the different parts of their personalities and their skill sets. And so the primary piece, I guess, to speak about first is the academic part, is the cognitive, the rigorous part of Kurt and I putting together a reader full of kind of important articles addressing the questions of sustainability learning, of ecological footprinting, of global citizenship, of bioregionalism, and having really involved class discussions and class sessions in our beautiful outdoor classroom about what that means in a cognitive way, in a way that we can understand for ourselves and then share with other people. And the other way to learn about sustainability is to practice it, is to live on the land, is to learn how to cook in a healthy way, in a simple way, how to take care of our bodies, how to listen to other group members, and how to engage respectfully and inclusively, and how to build our own shelter, and how to take care of our own waste, how to be involved in our food systems. So there's a really practical part, I think, in any type of sustainability learning, which we've done, and I can't believe how well we've done it in less than 2 weeks. It's incredible. And we're also learning about it through our friendships that are developing and through our heart-based involvement.
Yon and I like to say that it's a course about head, hands, and heart. The head is the cognitive engagement around sustainability. The hands is about the hands-on work that people are doing to advance sustainability, and the heart is the passion and the authenticity that people are bringing to their work.
We've built a physical community here, and we've built a social community here. So what we're doing is we're learning about personal sustainability, the concepts of sustainability itself, and we're doing a lot of projects that is advancing the ideas of sustainability. For example, my groups, we're called the Gloops Crew, which stands for Gathering, Learning, and Understanding Perspectives of Sustainability. We're doing an info booth, and we're posting a lot of signage around, making this a little bit more of a concrete place, and hopefully we're going to make the Eco-Village more of a permanent idea in the future. Other groups include the Humidor group, which is fun. They deal with the waste that we produce. So they're really researching into the ideas of composting human waste and stuff like that, and building facilities, which are really nice. There's also the Kitchen Crew, which is building permanent community kitchen here, and you can hear them hammering in the background. And the last group is the Agroforestry Trail Restoration Group. There is already an existing agroforestry trail here, and they're sort of restoring it, putting in pieces of art, making it more accessible for people.
our goal is to have this trail be an educational tool for people to use, come learn about native plants. We're going to be telling professors at UBC about it so they can bring their students out here and use it. Also, we're going to be telling the Musqueam people who live just really close by. They're been living on this land for 9,000 years and they don't have a forest to go study their native plants.
2 years ago, this was a forgotten corner of campus. There was garbage all over the place, a lot of abandoned experimental plots, a lot of sharp metal, a lot of plastic, and a lot of overgrown with, Himalayan blackberry. And we just came in here and started putting time and energy into it. And we took it sort of this far last year, and this year, man, we've just come right out here.
So we're living out here. We're all living in tents over in Tent City. And all hanging out every night. We go back there, and we've made a shower where we can get all neat and pretty. We have a kitchen where we cook our food, and we built that. The first day was kind of erecting the tarps to put under there, erecting the shelves, getting the stoves ready and everything like that. And now we're actually building kind of a more solid kitchen where we can have a nice roof, and it'll pair with the education garden that's up on the UBC farm, so they have a place where they can come and cook their food and teach the elementary school kids about the process of the food cycle and that.
The schedule out here is really busy. We wake up around 7:15 in the morning. We have a girl, Naomi, who plays violin, so she wakes us up to a violin, a little concerto every morning, and then usually we get like a yoga class going. One of the students teaches that in the morning, and then breakfast. And by 9 o'clock, we're in the classroom, like working hard, like mentally, and then do that till around 12:15. When we get a little break, then we have lunch 1 to 2, and then we go off, do skill sharing time. Then we go into a pod time.
The first crucial step when you're changing your composting toilet would be to add a layer of sawdust, just so it absorbs the nitrogen when there is. It's the first input. That should be a good layer, eh?
Mm-hmm.
And it's really simple to change your composting toilet. We've color-coded the buckets so there's no mix-ups about sawdust buckets, which are orange, or eco buckets, which are red. That's not the right term.
Sure. Well, I guess for dealing with the bucket, or after you use the loo, wipe your bum when you're done. So after you do your business, you take kind of a cupful of sawdust and just cover up the business that's down there. And that, what you're kind of doing there is you're sealing the smell, and as soon as the sawdust kind of covers it up, like there's virtually no smell, no.
It's actually been described as pleasant smelling in the past, so that's just interesting.
Mm-hmm. And then it's important not to fill the bucket up too much. The obvious can happen, and that's bad news. But then once the bucket gets towards the top, you just kind of take this bucket out, put a new one in, and then you go and pour the sawdust bucket into the composting barrel, where the composting actually takes place.
One thing the Humanure group has been really excited about is the whole cycle between crap to compost to growing food to eating food to crap, and the whole cycle, and it's just it's incredible and it makes a lot of sense. So it was a really exciting thing to be a part of, and these are really beautiful places. You're at one with nature, and I've learned a lot that I can hopefully share with other people. But we've talked a lot about how the best way to teach is just by example. So just continuing to live my life in a sustainable manner, and there are always ways to improve. There's always higher fruit you can reach for. So it's personal for everyone, but just continuing to live my life in that manner and continuously growing and learning, and just hoping that, you know, when I'm really excited talking about humanure and composting toilets, I think it might be my passion, my life's passion, then other people will get excited about it and be like, yeah, we shouldn't just be flushing our crap into our water that people are going to drink.
I didn't really explore the definition of personal sustainability until I came here, and I just got swept away in this community that we've created here. We're all really close here and really supportive of each other. And to me, that's a very new feeling, because I don't get that anywhere else really in my life. Also, just people here have been teaching me that, you know, it's very important to take care of yourself, you know, in a physical sense, in an emotional sense, and I've never really explored that either. So that was really interesting, exploring sustainability from a personal level and from that sort of level. So I think for me, that's the real gem of the course.
Everybody motivates each other, and how much energy it gives you to wake up and see somebody smiling and being so excited about what they're going to do in that day. And I think that's been probably the biggest enjoyment for me here at the course.
Awesome. The teachers are really the facilitators, and the process is more important than the product. And that's being played out in lots of different ways here, but it is being played out. And it's done through self-empowerment, it's done through intentional engagement, and students have ownership over the projects that they're doing.
People are going to walk away from here with a clear cognitive understanding of what is sustainability. It's not a vague concept, it's actually it can be communicated quite clearly. And in particular, what is their own sustainability definition? What are the simple changes they can make in their own life to enhance their own personal sustainability, to enhance their own experience of community and of being service to others, which almost without exception, when people come out for an experience out here, they certainly realize more clearly that it's not about stuff, it's not about prestige and power, it's about relationships and things that matter.
Just one of the reasons why I'm interested in this course, why I took this course, is the love of my life is kind of the wilderness, and I like getting out there and being in the woods, being in the forest, the backcountry, going on kayaking trips. And I feel as though our urban space is starting to encroach in that. We're starting to lose more and more. And by kind of engaging in this new sustainability movement here, I feel maybe I can save a lot of that wilderness for me to enjoy, for everyone to enjoy, so that we have some pristine areas where we can go and take a step back from life.
Since now we have all this technology and growing as a global community, that what we eat doesn't come necessarily from the Vancouver area, BC. Generally, it would come from halfway across the world. So it's encouraged to start thinking about sustainability, because we're consuming our natural resources faster than they can be renewed. But we don't see that happening because of this global change, where you can eat something from the other side of the world, or you're pulling your resources from somewhere else. And so the place that you live isn't necessarily what you're using up. So we're the ones living the rich life here in North America. I mean, we use all these resources, keep using them, but other people in other parts of the world, we're taking their resources.
Sustainability is about, right now, turning the dime, turning that process around. And we do that by living abundantly within the rate limits of living nature, or within the rate limits of natural systems.
To me, it's very important for me that I know I'm doing my part to maintain the balance of how things work.
Sustainability is really simple, you know, you just work hard to live simply. So using your resources that you have here wisely, and that's how the sustainability movement is going to continue to grow, just by excitement and living, doing, and action.